What is up, YouTube land? We're here to finish Eternal Darkness third quest. See the optional ending or extra stuff? I don't know what it is, but I'm excited.
So last part I was like, where's this detonator? Do you see that little
tiny on the ground
white flashing pixel right there?
Yeah, if you
no wonder I forgot.
If you wouldn't have said anything, I would not have seen it.
Like, the C4 is super obvious.
So is that Mantarok saying destroy this?
Possibly, yeah. I never really thought of it, but it should be Mantarok, yeah.
Because he wants to mess with, I forget which god we're playing as. What is this, Chattur'gha quest?
Yeah.
Oh wow, and it's right there. Well, that's good at least. It's just like I'm playing Resident Evil 2.
And we have to enhance the C4 to make it explode like a nuclear bomb.
Yes! Mike has activated the bomb's timer. The countdown has begun. Almost in answer, a deep, low rumbling begins to reverberate through the dungeon. Mike has 3 minutes to escape the Forbidden City and get to safety.
3 minutes.
This is kind of bizarre for this game. Like, seeing, like, a timer.
It is weird.
Right?
And, like, I mean...
Because it's just not that kind of game.
It's just... This takes place in 1991. It's, like, very close to, the present. And you literally have an assault gun. Okay. I am just going invisible and avoiding everything.
I, don't blame you. Oh, since everything's messed up, it's like... They cut off a lot of your ways out, I'm guessing. That's good, at least.
Hey, buds.
Is, if you relatively know where you're going, is 3 minutes,
You have plenty.
I was gonna say, yeah. Usually with stuff like this...
I would say if I, like, tried to kill everything...
Oh, wow, that was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, there's a little bit more.
Oh, okay, okay. Remember me,
It's only,
Alex.
like, 1 or 2 more rooms.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure if I wanted to kill everything, even the horrors, I could do it in 3 minutes.
Stranger Danger. Or Grandpa Danger.
Grandpa.
Grandpa Danger.
Don't disappoint me now. I've waited such a long time, Alex.
Never. I know what you are. I've seen what happened.
Turn into Pius.
Oh, you.
You'll try to fight me, but in the end, you shall succumb to my desires. My foolish child. You don't even know your own destiny.
Get away from me.
So does that mean Alex's grandfather never showed up as a ghost?
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Very odd timing.
Yeah.
Because, like, what if you had, like, a minute left and you were like, what? You know, like, after the cutscene, you're like, are you kidding me?
They should have done it like the room before the detonation started or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this room looks so cool. I love the little, like, blue mist on the ground.
It runs through it in 5 seconds. Because you have to, it's a timer.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Literally a nuclear bomb, basically.
Edward always has that same look. Huh?
Kind of looks like a BioWare NPC, like that eyebrow raise thing.
Look, I have no idea who you think you do. Just as much as I know you know. And let's be quick. The Guardians know where I am, and I won't last the night. But that's not the point. What's this?
Oh, that's
Something
why
you
Michael, like,
Don't
they're all
open
after
here.
him because
Only in privacy.
Yeah, that's why I
he
think
blew the dang thing up.
it's sort of hard to tell if Michael dies or not. I don't
Is
think he
it one of
does
the
because of what's about to
artifacts?
happen.
He must leave.
But he's on the
There's
run
something
for
I
like
have to do
years,
before
so
they
it's
get to
not
me.
a super
I can't
pleasant
protect you if
future.
they find us. Good luck.
And it's a little cool that Edward doesn't know who Michael is because the page didn't exist in Eternal Darkness, even though his chapter like happened, like after, like he could have he could have read it, but it didn't exist in the tomb because the tomb doesn't like obey causality.
Right. Yeah, because he knew about the World War I guy, but also that happened before Edward's chapter, so canonically and chronologically. Oh, I remember this.
Yep, we're about to be. This part probably won't even be an hour long. But finally, the Alex chapter. But this game ends really weirdly.
Well, I think the problem is this game wasn't supposed to end at all.
Get out of my way.
This game should just go on forever.
Yeah.
I know I just brought out a Completed Cast a couple weeks ago saying it's good when games end, but not Eternal Darkness. Everything else is fine. Also, Brave Fencer Musashi should never end.
Yeah.
Just give me literally unlimited quest in Brave Fencer Musashi.
It didn't count. I hate that it takes like a little bit for it to activate.
I mean, are there like horrors and stuff?
Nah, I just don't want to fight stuff. So I think that was Michael right there. So this is the year 2000. So he survived those 9 years, but he's still on the run. Package.
Also, it said a few years later.
Yeah. So it was like 1994,
I don't know,
5
or something like that. Yeah.
Got
oh yeah, that has to be. Wait.
But he gave it to Edward.
Wait, what?
I don't really understand it that much.
Yeah, because he just gave it to Edward, right?
I guess he took it back, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Ulia, we have Mantorok, Zeltov. Okay, let's end this. And we have the permanently enhanced Gladius, which is pretty nice. In fact, I don't even need to have... Let's do that. I might need to reveal invisible. No, I should just do shit.
Spell 7. It's all over.
And then reveal invisible on the bottom. I really don't need the shotgun at all.
So cool.
What do
Yeah, I mean, it has to be Michael. I mean, they heavily imply that. It's just, why would he have the Zelotov? That's the only thing where I'm like, I don't know. Luckily, at this point, everything's so insane purposefully that it's like, it doesn't super matter.
Yep.
It's a crank. Do you want to adjust it?
There's a mirror.
This is such like a Resident Evil 7 puzzle.
Okay, that's in the basement.
Very specific, Edward.
It really is kind of weird.
Also, I mean, this mansion is awesome, but this might be the coolest room. Like, literally like an observatory. Like, are you kidding me? I mean, the library is also amazing, but literally an observatory. Cool.
Yeah, I guess they just wanted to cement up the well to be safe. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, like entrance to the murky darkness. Was this Edward's route into the Guardian City?
Yeah. It was not. I don't think you went down that way.
So, because Edward already, like, cleared out this place, there's, like, barely any enemies. This is mostly, like, kind of like an elaborate puzzle. You gotta kind of piece together, like, the summoning, like, 9-point summon to, get, Yeah, Ulyaoth into this world.
Oh my god, that damage field.
Yep. In fact, this first puzzle is like really kind of hardcore. Because at the end of this, there's either a 3-point or a 7-point spell I have to like dispel. Yeah, oh, it was a 7-point one. All right, so I want to do shield. No, that's not shield.
So you absolutely have to use shield, and then dispel. What is it? Blue.
Yeah. But if you get attacked while you're doing this, it just disrupts the spell, obviously.
Yeah, that is hardcore.
But very nice that Alex has god tier magic, probably the best in the game. And man, magic pool, I want to do back to 7. There we go.
I do not remember this. Well, it's nice they're both there. And then you gotta use, I was gonna say not damage field.
Oh,
Jaturka.
hello. You can't stand behind it.
Video game logic.
It's all coming together, lads. The 2 centuries of misery is all coming together.
I don't quite remember.
2 millennia, not centuries.
I don't quite remember the ending of this game, but I assume it's not like super happy. So.
For what the game is kind of about, it's a relatively nice
Okay.
ending.
Yeah, you don't expect it to be like, oh, it's perfectly good to go. Luckily, she has a crack shot.
Yeah, thank God for... Dude, if this game didn't have auto-targeting...
Oh my god.
It'd be infinitely worse.
Especially, being a third-person game. A fixed camera third-person game. Holy crap. Well, if they didn't have it, you simply couldn't do it.
It'd be so much fun.
Yep. So this pretty much involves... It's the same thing Edward did? Or am I wrong?
I keep casting the wrong spells constantly. Quick spell... Reveal Invisible is bottom. Okay. Yeah. It's fake. It's fake.
He's a phony!
What were you saying? Sorry.
Isn't this is the same thing Edward did. How is it different?
We have to do, instead of destroying the city, we have to prepare to summon Ulyaoth. So we're doing a 9-point summon creature spell.
So the spell you do is different?
Yeah.
Okay, understood.
But it is very similar. Right is shielded, down is reveal invisible.
I feel like after you get past the first time, the damage field should go away.
Yeah. And also this entire thing just being like kind of a rehash of Edwards is a little bit disappointing. They do try to change it up by you having like piece things together. I mean, everything's so destroyed. But once you get it, it's like, oh, it's the same thing. Just
It is
different spell.
cool and ominous that there are
Creature.
that there's like essentially no enemies, at least that we've seen so far.
Yeah.
There were trappers, but I could see them surviving the, city just being destroyed.
Where you at?
Sick. Also a revolver with I'm sure they exist, but a revolver with 5 bullets.
It is odd. It's usually 6.
Maybe in real life it's actually 5, but every video game I played, a revolver has 6.
And also, Alex's revolver is, like, pretty bad.
Yeah. Dude, if I owned a single gun, it would absolutely be a revolver. They are just super cool.
They're pretty cool.
I'm sure hardcore gun people would be like, they're not, how do I put this? They're probably not as good in many ways as other ones, but I don't care. The cool factor works out. I'm sure they could, like, mess up a lot easier than, like, a standard gun, but I don't
Oh, yeah, I bet so.
Don't care. Argon. It's just really neat that the whole city is essentially the 9-point spell. Oh, do you actually have to fight something?
Oh, we have to do this. Minor puzzle.
Have to call 3 creatures.
They really, like, spell it out.
Yeah.
Maybe some, like, playtester was like, what do I do here? If you kind of remember, Edward entered this room, and these 3 creatures were behind glass and they broke out, and now Alex has to put them back.
Do you think a playtester would have been, like, this, literally this far in the... I mean, I'm sure playtesters actually beat the game, but... gotta be 1 inch away.
At least it refunds all my MP.
Tear. I want to become a playtester and play games that, like, don't suit me at all, and just, like, complain about them all the time. Like,
yeah, I want to play test games I hate and then make them worse.
I guarantee that happens. Like, give me, like, a MOBA, like or give me a really competitive first-person shooter, and be like, hey, what do you think? There was I watched a really interesting video on that general thing. It was about Halo, and with Halo 5, I don't think it was Infinite. I think with Halo 5, they oh, it's the first time you called one.
And it's gone.
Yep. They focused almost too much, the devs, on being like, what do the professional players want? And they, like, almost focus too much. I know sometimes, like, game devs will be like, we don't even care about the pros. We don't care about the hardcore.
That's kind of how Overwatch died. Like,
yeah.
They cared about esports so hard. Oh, that was like a frame perfect thing.
But yeah, it's. I mean, yeah, they're 0.5% of your user base, but there's very few games where, like, it's only for hardcores. Like, I assume something like maybe Team Fortress 2 seems like it's, like, only for hardcores nowadays, or mostly for hardcores. Maybe I'm wrong there. But for the most part, you want to kind of listen to everyone and kind of put certain parts in. Like with Halo, you could be like, hey, hardcore players, here's a specific game mode that's super hardcore for you, right? Like, they do that in Call of Duty. They'll do, like, a very, very hardcore specific,
So if we run it on this, those tentacle creatures will, like, exist, and I think it's a sanity effect, or it might hurt you, but you just don't want to run on this ramble stuff.
That's cool. But yeah, give me, it's just like nowadays with online, game reviewers, and them giving games to review to people who, like, don't fit it. Do you remember, Trev, in GamePro, the old school game magazine, like, when they had a horror game, they gave them to, like, a horror fan. I think his name was, like, Scary Eddie or something like that. And when they had, like, a war game, they gave it to Major Mike. And granted, this could be the same person, you know, but I don't have any reason to believe that, you know, like, you lie about that, but it just, like, it made sense. It's like,
yeah,
hey, a turn-based strategy, like, I don't like games like Final Fantasy Tactics, right? So don't give me a Fire Emblem / Final Fantasy Tactics game. Give me an obscure horror game, you know? Give me, ask me my opinion on a weird retro game. I can give you a great opinion on that. don't give me the new Fire Emblem game, because I'm gonna be like, I don't like this. And then everyone will be like, what? It's awful, huh? It's like, no, it doesn't mean it's awful. It just means I don't like it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, remember when video game journalism was made by people that liked video games? How novel.
I do remember that, and it feels weird, man. I remember when they hired someone to work on a game, they were a fan of video games and or a fan of the series. And now if you have a series and you hire someone, a lot of people hire people that hate the series, which is bizarre.
Pretty cool.
Like, I don't like Halo, so if they hired me for Halo, I'd be like, I don't know if I'm the best fit for this, right?
Yeah, 343 is, I mean, I'm sure you've seen some of the videos, but they, like, used to, like, gloat about the fact that they hired people that hated Halo. It's like, what? You're making Halo. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
like, when you get new writers and new blood into a series, and they're like, we're gonna reach a new audience. Who cares about the old audience? It's like, has that ever worked ever for anything in any media ever? No.
Listen, like all I'm saying is, you know, when I'm in like a punk band, right, and I need like a new guitarist, I want to get like Yngwie Malmsteen. I mean, it just makes sense, right? You're in like a Misfits cover band, and you're like, we need Yngwie Malmsteen. We don't need a guy that can just play like fast, fun power chords. We need that.
Invisible trappers. What am I supposed to do?
Reveal invisible. But yeah, it makes absolutely no sense. It can be shown over and over again in every single type of thing. But I mean,
why does it sound like there's still like 10 alive?
You make a TV show off of The Witcher video game / novel, and you hire a bunch of people that are like, oh, I hate The Witcher. Really makes sense.
That is exactly what they did with that Netflix show.
It is exactly what they did.
The showrunner was like, oh man, everything about that show is glorious. Oh, what?
What?
I didn't see that one at all. Everything about that show. You have an A-list celebrity starring in your slop show
that everyone generally loves. By the way,
and you just ruin everything about it. Turn to purple, you idiot. Hello?
Best I can do is red. Boom!
And then they also make really weird statements about, like, essentially, like, one of their interview questions was, like, basically talking about how they, like, they basically casted an actor on how she looked and basically essentially called her ugly. It's like, what? What is going on?
It is...
And it's like, you don't even, like, commend, like, her acting talent or anything. She's just like, we hired this actor because she looked different. And it's like, okay. I mean, that's fine, but just commend her for her acting, not her appearance.
Yeah, it makes no sense. It's just like whenever, I'm sure you've seen pictures of these before, but they'll show, like, video game characters, and then they'll show the celebrities that most look like the video game characters, and they're like, Netflix, make this happen! And it's like, just because, I don't know, I can't think of it. Just because, John Goodman looks like a fat guy in a game doesn't mean that he's the best choice for that. Like, that's so dumb. It's the exact same thing as the Witcher thing, only on the opposite level.
Yep. And you really don't need to, I mean, you really don't need to have, like, an actor look exactly the same. Like, that shouldn't be, like, maybe a slight consideration,
some fans are
but
really hardcore about that stuff.
But if you get someone that's good, and they're not obnoxious, and they don't shove something down your throat about it, it's like, okay, it's fine.
We didn't finish it yet, but the One Piece main character, Luffy,
yeah.
in the live action doesn't look exactly like his, but then again, he's an anime thing. But the kid is like, seems pretty cool, you know, and it seems to make a lot of sense.